Hello and welcome back to Inmr, where in today's podcast I'm going to explain Thomas Tuchel's tactics and how England could set up when he takes over. Tuchel's arrival comes with a lot of excitement, especially given his impressive track record across major European clubs such as Dortmund, PSG, Chelsea and Bayern Munich. However, there is also a lot of controversy, with many fans upset that a German coach is going to be in charge of the English national team. On Wednesday, Tuchel spoke to the media for the first time as he was unveiled at Wembley, and I wrote an article summarising all the key points from that press conference. The link for that will be in the description, but in this podcast the focus is on his tactics. So, what does Tuchel bring to the table and how might he set up the team? Tuchel's journey in football management began in Germany, where he led Mainz to Bundesliga stability before taking over Borussia Dortmund. There he demonstrated his ability to build dynamic, high-pressing teams with versatile formations such as the 4-1-4-1 and the 3-4-3. His success continued at PSG, where he won back-to-back Ligue 1 titles and led the team to their first Champions League final using variations of the 4-3-3 and 4-2-2. The highlight of his career, however, came at Chelsea. Taking over mid-season, he immediately shifted the club's fortunes by implementing a 3-4-2-1 system, emphasising defensive solidity and attacking fluidity. This approach led to Chelsea's Champions League triumph in 2021, where his ability to adapt tactics within matches stood out. He's known for his meticulous planning, in-game management and flexibility, a perfect blend for international football. Tuchel values adaptability, so there is a variety of formations we could see him use at England. At Chelsea, his go-to was the 3-4-2-1. This system allowed for a solid defensive foundation whilst giving freedom to the attacking players. The back three usually consisted of ball-playing defenders who could step up into midfield or carry the ball out from the back, similar to how John Stones might be utilised for England. Stones' ability to transition into midfield could be a crucial element in Tuchel's build-up play, which focuses on creating overloads in central areas. His wing-backs at Chelsea, such as Reece James, would have the freedom to push forward, creating width and offering additional attacking options. These wing-backs aren't just defensive, they're integral to Tuchel's offensive strategy as they stretch the opposition's defensive lines and provide crosses for the likes of Harry Kane. In the England setup, this could see Trent Alexander-Arnold play a very important role going forward on the right-hand side. Alternatively, Tuchel might deploy a 4-3-3, which he used loads at PSG. This setup could allow England to dominate possession, with two holding midfielders like Declan Rice and Angel Gomez, who could provide defensive coverage while freeing Jude Bellingham to operate as a box-to-box midfielder. Bellingham's versatility is crucial as he could drop deep to support the build-up or make late runs into the box, capitalising on spaces created by Kane, dropping deeper as a false nine. The 4-3-3 would also enable England to have natural wingers such as Bukayo Saka or Anthony Gordon, creating width whilst maintaining a solid structure in midfield. Most recently, Tuchel deployed a 4-2-3-1 at Bayern, a formation that Southgate and Castley largely used in recent months and one that would seem to fit the profile of England's current squad. Let's break down some of the key roles in Tuchel's potential England setup, starting with the defence. A back three could include Mark Gahey, John Stones and Levi Colwill. As a ball-playing defender, Stones especially would be expected to progress the ball into midfield or even occupy the spaces in the midfield as we've seen him do at City over the years. This mirrors how Tuchel used Antonio Rudiger at Chelsea, where the Germans' forward runs became a weapon against teams sitting back. In midfield, the role of Declan Rice as a single pivot will be crucial. Tuchel often deploys a single holding midfielder who can cover ground and break up counter-attacks. Rice's positioning will allow other midfielders to push higher up the pitch. If Bellingham plays alongside him, Tuchel could use his energy and forward runs to break lines, creating an attacking threat that England often lacked at Euro 2024. Tuchel is also known for using creative midfielders and versatile forwards. For England, this means Foden or Palmer could be given a free role, drifting inside to create overloads whilst combining with Kane, who might operate as a deeper forward. Kane's playmaking ability is something that Tuchel would likely maximise, similar to how he used Kai Havertz at Chelsea as a false nine, combining physical presence with technical skill to link up play and create goal-scoring opportunities for wide forwards like Saka and Gordon. Tuchel will likely favour Kane at the beginning of his tenure in 2025, but as we get close to the World Cup, we will likely see Ollie Watkins get more game time as Kane will be in his twilight years. Watkins can and has fulfilled a similar role at Aston Villa, dropping in as a bounce player, but he also offers something that Kane doesn't, and that's pace and endurance, which stretches defences for the full 90. Tiring them out and capitalising on loose balls or defensive errors in the dying minutes of matches is what Watkins does best. We've already seen how good his sharp movement can be in the Euros, and he's only going to get better at that come 2026. One of Tuchel's trademarks is his structured pressing system. England fans can expect a more coordinated press to what they've seen in recent years. Tuchel's pressing begins with the front line, where players like Kane and Saka will close down passing lanes, forcing opposition defenders into making mistakes. This is then backed up by the midfield trio, who press aggressively in the second phase to win back possession in advanced areas. The aim is to create high turnovers, as he did with Chelsea, leading to quick counter-attacking opportunities. In terms of defensive transitions, if England lose the ball, Tuchel will ensure the team shifts quickly into a compact shape, often with the wing-backs dropping to form a back five. Out of possession, Tuchel likes his team to be aggressive, a departure from Southgate's safety-first style which stifled teams effectively but did dampen the side's creative spirit. This compact structure limits space between lines and makes it difficult for opponents to break through. However, when they recover the ball, the team can instantly shift into a 2-3-5 shape in attack, pushing the wing-backs forward and allowing Bellingham to make late runs into the box. Tuchel's tactical adaptability means he's not afraid to change the shape mid-game. For example, if England need to control possession against a high-pressing team, he could shift from a 3-4-2-1 to a 4-2-3-1, adding an extra midfielder to build play from the back. Alternatively, if they're chasing a goal, he might switch to a 4-4-2 diamond, using the overlapping fullbacks and two central forwards to overload the penalty area. For England, this means that Saka could either play as a wing-back or an inverted winger depending on the formation used. If Tuchel opts for a 4-3-3, Saka's ability to cut inside would be crucial, allowing for Alexander-Arnold to overlap. On the other flank, Foden's creativity would be harnessed in a free roaming role, drifting between lines to exploit the spaces left by defenders who were focusing on Harry Kane. You can expect Kane to take on a role that sees him linking the play, holding up the ball and allowing runners like Saka or Palmer to attack the space behind defence. His metrics for creativity and linking the play in the Bundesliga under Tuchel were very impressive during his debut season at Bayern Munich. Tuchel's arrival suggests a shift towards a more tactical and disciplined approach for England. His pressing systems, adaptive formations and use of versatile players give England a competitive edge, and if he successfully integrates his principles and the players buy into the philosophy, England could become much more difficult to beat in tournaments. However, the international stage does present a different challenge compared to club football, especially with limited training time, but if Tuchel can overcome this and implement his methods effectively, England could be serious contenders for the World Cup in 2026. I'm curious to see what the viewers think, so I've set up a poll on my website where you can vote on my written analysis whether or not you believe Tuchel will bring England silverware. The link to vote on that poll is in the description, so be sure to check that out and share your thoughts. That is where I'm going to end today's podcast, but there are plenty of others you can go and listen to. For extra content, be sure to check out my website, that's inmrfootball.co.uk. On there you can find match reports, live blogs, club updates and so much more. And if that's not enough, Inmr is also on Instagram and X, so be sure to follow me on both of those platforms for more daily football updates. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in the next one.